Hi guys, welcome. This is Pino of DFD Games. I'm here to present to you briefly our pooling system for Unity 3D. This is one of our €1 commercial grade assets. Now, everybody knows how important it is to pool objects instead of creating and destroying them every frame, so I'm not gonna spend much time about that. I'm just gonna run this, which is the demo included in the package itself. Now this will show you how the objects are pooled and how the pool are automatically resized to save space. Here, the first pool will start with 45 objects, but in a few seconds you will see that it will be resized properly. So these are objects that are spawned every 75 milliseconds, I think. And here we go. Have you seen that the pool, the capsule's pool, has gone down to the required and proper amount of elements. So as you can see, the pool here is variable, so the elements are added or deleted as necessary to keep the memory as clean as possible and the amount of objects available as close as we need them to be. As you can see, there is no delay whatsoever. This is a bunch of objects spawned, and as they touch the plane, the objects are destroyed, but well, they're not really destroyed. As you can see here in the hierarchy, they are just disabled and they are ready to be used again. That's the basic concept of pooling, right? Now this pool system does not need any specific script to be added to the pooled objects. This is a typed pool, which means that, as you can see, I have an object collision script, and all I have to do is to actually know who I am. Here I'm a capsule. This other prefab is a cube. As you can see here in the object collision script, is a cube, and the sphere knows that it's a sphere. Now let's have a look in code how this works, because this is all about typing. Okay, so in code, this is the demo game manager, and this is how it works. It's very easy how to use this pooling system. As you can see here, I have just created the pooling system on top. So I have declared the spheres as a pooling system of type game object, the cubes again as a pooling system type game object, and here, just to demonstrate the concept, the capsules are actually a pooling system of rigid body. This because if you need to address one specific element, one specific script within an object, it makes no sense to actually retrieve that object as a game object and then have to retrieve the element that you actually need within that object. So you can store that game object straight as a rigid body. For instance, if you are going to use the rigid body itself, if that is the object that you actually need to address in code right away. Okay, let's see how this works. So that was the declaration. Okay, now as you can see, I have an instance this that has been declared. This because I will make available this the pooling system to the object themselves to be destroyed, or well, that's not really destroyed, but to retire themselves from the scene. Now let's see how this works in practice. Okay, in the start I initialize the spheres. As you can see, the pooling system just wants to know which is the prefab and how many instances we want to start with. Okay, so I start the spheres with 10 elements, the cubes with 50 elements, and the capsules with 3 elements. Okay, as you can see, the capsules are declared again as rigid body, but the prefab is a standard prefab. Okay, and has been obviously declared here as a game object, capsule prefab, even if we treat it as a rigid body. Okay, so in the update, all I do, besides updating the user interface, every 75 seconds here, what do? I pick at random one of the elements. I decide what do I spawn. Do I spawn a sphere, cube, or a capsule? Right, that's all I'm gonna do. Then I'm going to take it and position it within a given range. That's it. That's all I'm doing here. Okay, and then I call this optimize on each pool, which will adjust the size. As you can see here, if I do this, if you can see, there is this is configurable. The pool size, the pool resize time in second is 10, so basically here I didn't pass any parameters, so every 10 seconds actually this will optimize the pool, and the ratio between the available object and the objects that are in use is set as with a default of 0.5. Okay, obviously you can put any interval you want in seconds and any ratio between available over in-use objects. So this is completely up to you. Okay, so that's it basically. Okay, and what happened in the object collision then? So this is how you spawn them, is get element. Now, so this is the pool. Pool get element retrieves the object, basically, nothing else. It's pretty straightforward, right? But let's have a look to how they are destroyed. Here is where I need to know about who am I. If I am a cube, you see that I'm gonna call upon the cube's release element, and I give the object name, which is game object, the object reference, myself obviously, and true means, if you have a look to the IntelliSense, set out of the way. The best way to go is to set it true all the time, and that's the default actually, and that's it basically. This releases the element and it will be available for reuse next time that get element it's called. That's pretty much all. Obviously this is just one way to go to call upon the release element. You can do that within the demo, within the spawning script itself, storing, or I don't know. There is a million solutions to actually go with this. So I'm just showing here one of my preferred solutions. Okay. but you can go the way you want. So the pooling system itself, it's heavily commented. Okay, so don't worry, it's impossible not to understand the code. Okay, so that's pretty much it. There isn't really much more to do. I can just show you again rising the. Let's create a couple of extreme capsule prefab. Let's put it to 1 and let's put this to 100 elements just for the sake of the demonstration. So this means that I'm going to create this 100 spheres when I start up. Here 50 cubes and just 1 capsule. Okay, so let's see how the system copes. Obviously, we don't need to wait 10 seconds here to see more capsules, because the pooling system, when a get element is called upon, if there is no element available, it will create one anyway, and that will stay there up until it's needed again. So let's have a look with these new data. And the default is 10 seconds, so now in 10 seconds the pools will be optimized. At the moment, as you can see, heavy number, available 90, available 49 here. Okay, the capsules they balance themselves out, and here we go, we have everything balanced out now. Everything has been optimized, and as you can see, I have some available within the pool itself. This is just using the standard parameters for optimization, but obviously you want to optimize those data, those optimization frequency and ratio. Mostly the ratio is that you have to think about it when you actually implement this in your game, because you want to create a proper ratio, a correct ratio that reflects the actual usage of the prefab in your game. Bottom line, this is a quite easy and performant and self-optimizing pooling system, and it's out for just €1, guys. So I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for watching this.